Hi, everybody. It's Macabre Tavern here with Tiny Terror Tuesday. Today's episode, my trophy became my tomb. The letter from Hormel High arrived on a Tuesday, but by Monday morning, I would be dead. Killed by an overhead projector that I had vandalized 3 decades ago. But on this Tuesday morning, I was drinking coffee, sorting through the mail. I got an invitation from my school. They were renovating and asked the alumni to come help. I had no idea that responding to my old best friend's invitation would be the biggest mistake of my life. Saturday was the big day. 600 alumni swarmed the building, just looking for anything, hunting for pieces of their past, yearbooks, trophy cases, anything that would make them feel 17 again. I still can't tell you what it is about the closet in room 225. Every time I walked by it, my head would burn, my ears would burn. I could feel it calling my name. There I was, 30 years later, about to turn the same handle I did when I made that dare. Come on, Elle. Just carve anything in it. Miss Thompson is so stupid, she wouldn't even notice. Jack's taunts rang out like they were coming out of his mouth today. I flashed back to the time when I opened that door. Jack and another one of our friends was busy watching the door, making sure nobody in the hallway would come in and see what was about to happen. Mrs. Thompson was ill that day, so I didn't have to worry about her walking in on me vandalizing her precious projector. I slowly took a pocket knife and I opened it up. I was precise, like a surgeon with a scalpel, carving the words, "Fuck Mrs. Thompson," in the brown outer casing of the projector. The memory stopped when I bumped into a cart. "Fuck me," I whispered. The projector sitting in the closet. Just a few webs of dust had formed on the neglected machine. I checked the side and it was still there. Did the old hag ever see it? God, she was a bitch. She was the one who tried to get me kicked out of school. I had to have it. It was my final trophy. That precious projector. Mrs. Thompson died 15 years ago, but the memories of her never will. I wiped the dust and the dead bugs off the cart and the projector and rolled it to my car. Jack, now the principal of the school, saw what I was taking. It was still there? Jack was just as shocked as I was. I mean, she actually kept it? Remember how pissed off she was that whole week? Jack grinned. Never did figure out what was eating at her. We both laughed like the stupid teenagers we used to be. So I put the cart and the projector in my car. Headed home, but unaware this would be the last time I'd ever leave my house. I got it home and took it into my basement. I just had to see if it still worked. So, I took a white sheet from my linen closet, thumbtacked it to the wall, and plugged it in. The machine came to life. The light bulb even looked brand new. At first, I just made funny shadow puppets. Then curiosity got the better of me. There was a brown box that was on the bottom compartment of the cart. I never noticed it when I got it into my car. I opened it up, and it's the first transparency of the projector. Math problems that our old textbook used to have when we were in school. So I kept looking. I placed the second one on the base, but then it knocked me back. It was a negative of me carving the words on the side of the projector. So I fumbled through the rest of the transparencies, and it was every single embarrassing moment of my life. The next slide was my mugshot when I got a DUI. When I placed it on the light, the writing began. I knew you'd end up like this, Elliot. I sat down for a second to catch my breath. I kept going through, but then I got to the last one. And it was Mrs. Thompson. But this one looked recent. Like maybe it was the last year of her life. But there's a scowl on her face. The light bulb blew out, but her picture remained. I look over at the projector and blood is seeping out. Right where I carved the obscenity. The door to the basement locked. All weekend, she wore me down. Lectures from my mother, lectures from her. Every failure in my life flashing before my eyes. It was 48 hours of reminding me of how much of a failure I was in life. Showing every single person I ever hurt, even to this day. After 2 days of no sleep, I couldn't take it anymore. I knew I hurt people. And I was prepared to pay for it. Just when I came to that realization, sparks flew out of the outlet. It was an electrical fire. And I'm trapped in the basement. Well, I don't have much time left. But I just want the world to know one thing. I'm sorry.